I greet you all and welcome you back to the lesson. The subject is meetings. In our last session, we studied the requirements for a valid physical, virtual, and also a hybrid members meeting. Those are three types of methods of holding members meeting. Today we are moving to the fourth method, which is circulation of resolutions, and still we are going to study the requirements for the circulation of resolutions. What are the requirements? And we defined written resolutions or circulation of circulars as a method of holding members meeting. So in corporate secretarial practice, the circulation of resolutions primarily refers to the written resolutions in private companies, which is a process that allows a company to make formal decisions without the logistical burden of a physical or virtual meeting. So it is possible for members in a private company to make resolutions without necessarily conducting a physical or a virtual meeting. That is what we are referring to as written resolutions. So according to the Companies Act and also according to the Governance Standard number 004, there are various requirements for circulation of resolutions. That's what we want to study in this lesson. And therefore, by the end of this lesson, we should be able to explain the requirements of circulation of resolutions as a method of conducting company meetings or passing resolutions. So the first point or requirement is eligibility and scope. The first requirement is in relation to eligibility and scope. So in Kenya, the power to pass written resolutions is a privilege reserved for private companies. So public companies cannot afford, or they are not allowed to have this kind of arrangement where resolutions are passed without having a physical meeting or a virtual meeting or a hybrid. So it is a preserve of private companies. So number one, private. This kind of arrangement only applies to private companies. Private companies. Private companies. So we are defining this eligibility and scope. It's only private companies that are eligible to have this kind of arrangement. So public companies must generally pass resolutions at a duly convened general meeting. That's the first point. Then, apart from this method being restricted to private companies, there are also certain matters that cannot be resolved, or resolution cannot be passed regarding other matters. We have prohibited matters. Prohibited matters. There are matters that cannot be passed using written resolutions. Even in private companies, a written resolution cannot be used to remove a director before the expiry of their term, or remove an auditor before the expiry of their term, because these require a special notice and a formal meeting where the individual has a right to be heard. So that's the first requirement. The second requirement is initiation of the resolution. Is in relation to initiation of the resolution. Initiation of the resolution. Initiation of the resolution. A resolution can be proposed by either the board of directors or the members. So it can be director proposed or be member or shareholder proposed. Understand? The board decides a matter is urgent and opts for the written route. Likewise, a member holding at least 5% of the total voting rights or a lower percentage if specified in the articles can also require the company to circulate a resolution. It is director proposed or member proposed. That's another requirement. Then number 3, we have requirement for the circulation of packet. Requirement for circulation of what we call packet. Requirement for circulation of packet. When the company secretary sends out the resolution, the packet, that packet must include the text. It must include the text. When circulating the resolution, the packet must include the text. That means the exact wording of the resolution. The exact wording of the resolution. And if it is a special resolution, it must be explicitly identified as such. Then apart from the text, number 2, there is the explanatory statement. Explanatory statement. The packet must include an explanatory statement, which is a statement not exceeding 1,000 words explaining the purpose and the rationale behind the resolution. The explanation, the explanatory. 3, we have instructions. That packet again must include the instructions for agreement. Instructions for agreement. This is a clear guidance on how a member can signify their agreement. For example, signing a hard copy or replying via a secure mail. Then, of course, the packet must have a deadline. There must be a deadline. The date by which the resolution must be passed before it lapses. So these are the requirements for circulation of the packet. The text, the explanatory statement, instructions for agreement, and also the deadline. Now let's move to the mode of circulation. Number 4, mode of circulation. Mode of circulation. Now, how should the circulation be done? The company must send the resolution to every eligible member. And that has to be done at the same time or as near as practicable. And that can be done via hard copy. You can circulate via hard copy, send to each member almost at the same time. You send to the member's registered postal address. It can be sent through electronic form. You can send the resolution through electronic form, like you email to the address provided by the member, or it can be posted on the website. You can have it uploaded on the website. You can upload the resolutions to a secure portal and then notify members of its availability. Understand? Yes. That is number 4. Candidates, we are discussing requirements for circulation of resolutions. Number 5 is agreement and majority requirements. Agreement and majority requirement. Agreement and majority requirement. A member here signifies agreement by sending the company an authenticated document, which could be physical or a digital signature. For ordinary written resolution, so we have ordinary written resolution. For the ordinary written resolution, it requires a simple majority, that is more than 50% of the total voting rights of all eligible members, and not just those who choose to reply. It has to be 50% of the total voting rights. Then there is also the special resolution. On the other hand, this requires 75% of the total voting rights, requires majority of at least 75% of the total voting rights. Then there is the point of no return. Point of no return. What do we mean by point of no return? Point of no return. Here, once a member has signified agreement, they cannot revoke it. They cannot revoke it. So that is the majority requirement and agreement. Then lastly, candidates, as we wind up the requirement for circulation of resolutions, we need to study or to analyze the 28 rule, the 28-day rule. 28-day rule. Now, unless the company's articles of association state a different time frame, a proposed written resolution lapses if it does not receive the required majority within 28 days from the circulation date. And any agreement received after this period will be deemed void. So there is this requirement, the 28-day rule requirement. It lapses after 28 days. Understand? Yes. And of course, once a written resolution is passed, the company secretary must record it in the company's minute book as if it were a meeting, and if it is a special resolution, it must be filed with the registrar of companies within a period of between 14 to 30 days. So these are the requirements for circulation of resolutions, which we have defined as the process that allows a company to make formal decisions without the logistical burden of a physical or an electronic or digital or virtual meeting. So when a company makes resolutions without necessarily having to meet physically or to meet online, then that is done through written resolutions, or what we call circulation of resolutions. So we've studied the requirements and we've categorized the requirements in 4 points: eligibility and scope. There is also requirement on initiation of the resolution. We have requirement for circulation of the packet. There is a requirement of mode of circulation and requirement on agreement and majority. And there is the 28-day rule requirement. That's the end of the lesson. God bless you. Bye-bye.